Here we are once again, finishing up the neck. We were about to do it in just under 10 minutes, but we ran just a little long. You want to make sure to drill this hole nice and even and straight down, because I don't have a drill press. Next one is going to be right here. I'm going to take the drill bit and I'm going to find the center. Sorry. Push down nice and hard. Get that drill bit trained where I want it. And drill all the way through. There we go. Now for our third tuner, which is going to be right here. You can look a little closer, guys. Just don't make much noise, okay? You're going to drill this nice and even. You don't want to push too fast or it'll cause the drill bit to strain. You'll get a really crooked job. See, I managed to keep it pretty straight. That's good enough for me. We're going to do a quick cleanup. Get off the big stuff first. Now we're going to hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. I highly suggest sanding the neck before you mount it to anything. It's much easier to move this thing around when it's not attached to anything else. Right, so we're just going to get, I've got some fine sandpaper here, right here, which is 80 grit, wrapped around my block. This thing is too well used now, so I had to get some sandpaper to wrap around it. We're just going to do a quick sand all the way around, just so we can take off any splinters that might get us. Come back to the end, whack all the edges. Oh, caused a toenail. That's the thing about using cheap wood. You're going to get little nicks and dings coming out of the edges of it because it's so soft. But once it's built, it doesn't really matter anyway. There's the back of it. Turn it over. Do the same thing here. As we sand over our holes, you'll notice the edge gets a little bit more cleaned up. Doesn't really matter one way or the other, because those holes are going to be covered by washers for the tuners anyway. That's it. Oops, sorry. Okay, we're going to start putting hardware on now. See how quickly this is going? Oh, sorry, we have to prepare our inner block. Real easy, very, very easy. Take our inner block, take our 1/4 inch bit. We're going to drill 3 holes, one in the middle, all the way through, and one on either side. Thank you, buddy. I'm going to hit this with a sander real quick, just to knock the edge off the stuff off the edge of the holes. Then we're going to take our 1/2 inch bit and we're going to countersink so that our screws can countersink in the wood a little bit. This part doesn't have to be pretty. Just down a little bit. Just do an effective job. There we go. Now, when I'm building one for myself or for other people, I usually take much more care than this. But we're trying to show that it can be done easily with very little effort. So, put away my 1/2 inch bit, put away the 1/4 inch bit. We are done drilling. We're going to swap out for a Phillips bit. We're going to get our 3 our 3 guide screws ready. Our nut, our bridge will come later. We don't need a tail stops yet because we're not stringing it, but we do want our eye bolts. Here's the tuners. It's an eye bolt with the nut that came with it, 2 number 8 washers or number 10 washers, they both work fine, and a matching 24 thread wing nut. Take the wing nuts off. And the first washer off of each one. There we go. We're going to slide them right on through. Put the matching washer right on there. Hit it down with the wing nut. Just very lightly tighten, just enough to stay in place. Now, mind you, this is the exact method that I use on the guitars I perform with. I'm not going any more fancy or any more primitive. I'm actually not spending really any more or less time on this than I use on the one that I actually play on stage. It's built exactly the same way, in about the same amount of time. It's just that the one that I play on stage is electric, and I'm not going to do that today on this guitar, I don't think. So we got our tuners ready and in place. We're going to put our string guides in by using our Phillips drill bit. Get them started. That one looks a little crooked. Huh. Alright, we'll worry about that in a bit. Then I'm going to finish putting them through so that they just come out the back. Then I'll back it off with like 2 or 3 threads, so it just barely comes out the back. Once you feel it pressing with your finger, you're done. Oh, touch my finger. Done. There we go. Got our string guides. That's it. The neck and all the hardware is ready to rock. At this point, we should be measuring and marking for our frets, but we'll get to that later. We're going to worry about the actual construction. So our neck is ready, our block is ready. Let's prepare the cigar box. Let's do a time check. We're at 8 minutes. Okay, I'm going to close this video for the moment. We'll be back in just a moment. We're going to look at how to prepare the box, and then we're going to see how it attaches to the body, and we'll do another segment where we string it up, and we'll be done. See ya.